And a pleasant good evening to you and to yours, and welcome to the Brevard Sports Network and our special presentation of FHSAA 4A Region 4 semifinal baseball tonight between the number 4 American Heritage Plantation Patriots and the number 1 ranked in 4A4 Merritt Island Mustangs. Good evening, everybody. I'm Alan Slaughterzinski, joined alongside my broadcast partner tonight, Nathan Oglesby, and producer Caleb Brown. What we have here tonight, it's simple. It's going to come down to two things tonight. And those two things are, of course, one of the top pitching prospects in the country going against one of the best high school baseball lineups in the country. And it's really that simple. Can the Mustangs get after the Florida commit, Brady Snow? Snow throws a fastball that's 93 to 94 consistently. It's hit 96. He's got a slider that dips 88 to 91. He's got a changeup, working on a changeup, and he throws a 12-6 curveball where some have already described the spin rate as major league-esque on it. But he's not facing a lineup that doesn't know how to hit. The Merritt Island Mustangs come in batting .369 as a team. And when you go from 1 to 9 in the lineup, it is unusual to see, namely, everybody in that lineup batting over .300. But that is precisely what you have when it comes to the Merritt Island Mustangs. From Ty Brandis down to Wesley Lawrence, every one of these student athletes can hit the baseball. This could potentially be Snow's biggest game of the year tonight. No doubt about it. It's game one between American Heritage and Merritt Island, and we'll be back right here on Brevard Sports Network. All right, let's take this opportunity to tell you about our sponsor for tonight's game. It is Pozzi Brothers Pizza with 3 locations in Cocoa, Vieira, and Merritt Island. Pozzi, P-O-Z-Z-Y, Bros, B-R-O-S, pizza.com. All right, the Pozzi Bros Pizza pregame show, say that 15 times, continues. Nathan Oglesby, my color commentator for tonight. Let's hear your thoughts on this one, buddy. You attend school here. You are a senior here. How do you see this game shaking out tonight?
Right. So this game has been hyped up all week long. Ever since, they played against Jensen Beek last week and that game was over, the boys, they've already been ready for it. And we've been hearing all about it, whether it's on social media or, face-to-face, whatever it is, these guys are pumped. And really, like you were saying a lot, I think this is going to be probably the biggest challenge of the year for Snow pitching. I don't think that he's faced a team all year long that has, that's batting this well.
Right.
And so I really think that this will prove a good point not only to himself but possibly scouts that are even in the crowd here on what can you really do against guys that are able to hit the ball really well.
And the Mustangs tonight are going to be starting Jesse Decter. Decter is 7-0, and Decter is a control pitcher. Last week against Jensen Beach in the 4th and the 5th inning, the young man came within 1 pitch in each inning of having the immaculate inning in baseball, which is extremely difficult to do and a rarity. But let me give you the starting lineup for American Heritage. Leading off will be Bladen Calabero. He's the shortstop and committed to Vanderbilt. Mark Asensio is the third baseman. I'm going to make sure I'm saying these gentlemen's names right out of the gate. And batting third and playing center field is going to be number 27, Gavin Ruvalcaba. And he is a Duke commit. Angelo Gerard will play first base, and he wears the number Geraldo. I'm telling you, man. Angelo, these names, and you would think with a name like mine, right, that I would get it. Angelo Geraldo. Uh, he is playing first base, batting fourth, and batting fifth tonight is the catcher, David Saladino. Batting sixth and playing second base tonight is number 4, Anthony Lyman. Batting seventh tonight and wearing number 13 is Giancarlo Gondorilla. Batting eighth tonight and playing left field is Santiago Montel. And batting ninth tonight and DHing for Snow is Mikey Marrero. Let's take you around the Merritt Island field, left to right. Third to short, Nick Cunningham in left, Brody Vogel in center. Grant Arnold will be over in right tonight. Liam Miller's at third, Ty Brandis at short, Blaylock at second, Charlie Blaylock, and Wesley Lawrence at first. The man behind the plate is Brady Jensen. He has done a spectacular job all year long. And as we told you tonight, the man on the mound is Jesse Dector. Jesse Dector is the man on the mound. Now, let me explain the view that we have here at Brevard Sports Network, the reason that we are able to provide these broadcasts for free and do how we do our broadcast. We don't have multiple 4, 5, 6 camera setups. This will be the angle tonight. We'll move the camera from left to right. We'll give you, we just don't have the MLB type of production. We apologize if that angers anyone out there, but these games are free to watch. And we do, we've been around for 6 years, and we do the best we can with what we work with. And so we're very proud of what we accomplished, and we're very proud to be able to bring you this series this weekend in Game 1 as they get set to introduce the Merritt Island Mustangs. I got to tell you, I'm pumped up. Nathan, you talked about this game being thought about all week in school, and yeah, I mean, it is. I have felt the same way about this game all week, wanting to see Snow pitch. I'm a fan of baseball, so I want to see outstanding talent do what they do, and I have been wanting to see Snow pitch all week long. I watched him last week against O'Galley. He was stellar. 15 strikeouts in that game, in full command. Merritt Island's a little different at the dish, though. So, we'll see. And the thing that the Mustangs cannot do tonight in this big Game 1 is, against an arm like that, you cannot make the little mistakes. Last week, O'Galley had opportunities. For example, one time they got on early in the game, got a base hit off of him, and 2 pitches later, got back picked off of first base. Those things cannot happen against an arm the caliber of Snow's. Not sure who the umpires are tonight. American Heritage comes in after the 1-0 win last week against O'Galley. And Merritt Island last week over Jensen Beach. There's Ryder Whittick, and you know, now that we've given Snow his flowers and his deserved props, you know, I want to talk a little bit more about this Merritt Island lineup and what they do. And you know, last week they in a game against Jensen Beach, they scored on doubles to the gap. They hit 3 home runs in 2 innings. They hit 2 home runs in 3 at bats. They safety squeezed last week to score a run. So they can beat you in a multitude of ways. The other thing are these managers. These managers are absolutely phenomenal. Of course, Jason Arnold, a graduate right here in Brevard County at Melbourne High School. Jason went on to UCF. He's been inducted into their Hall of Fame. So went on to play professionally, drafted by the Yankees. As we get ready for the national anthem, when we come back, we'll tell you the similarities that he has with American Heritage head coach, Coach Bruce Avon. All right, the national anthem. We were talking about the managers, the matchup of the managers tonight. Jason Arnold, we told you about. Bruce Avon, very similar resume. Avon played parts of 5 seasons as an outfielder with the Marlins, Pirates, Dodgers, Indians. And he has produced some outstanding talent out of American Heritage, including Boston Red Sox first baseman Tristan Casas. How about New York Mets infielder Mark Vientos, current Blue Jays pitching prospect Brandon Barria, and a guy I happen to be very fond of, Baltimore Oriole top prospect Enrique Bradford Jr. So, yeah, I mean, there's the similarities right there. You got 2 great minds going at it tonight. You got Dector going against American Heritage. Now, they only bat .273 as a team. They are the defending 4A state champs. They've won 2 state championships in the last 3 years. So, you know, they're not hitting the ball as I know Avon wants them to hit the ball. But, Nathan, they do come in as winners of 11 straight. Merritt Island's current winning streak, 5 in a row. So, right now, American Heritage playing their best baseball of the season, and it couldn't come at a better time. Merritt Island playing outstanding baseball, and those losses that they sustained over the spring break tournament were against some of the best baseball teams in the country.
Right.
So,
yep.
Once again, Cunningham, Vogel, and Arnold from left to right. Liam Miller, Ty Brandis, Charlie Blaylock, and Wesley Lawrence from third to first. Dector, 7-0 on the mound against Brady Jensen. Stepping in first is the Vanderbilt commit. It's going to be shortstop number 5, Bladen Caballero. And I believe it was Caballero who got the big hit. I don't know, ask him. Who got the big hit last year in the 4A semifinals. Bladen Caballero steps in. Caballero, he's batting .353 this year, 25 hits, 11 RBIs, 4 doubles. He's got 2 bombs. The Patriots have blasted 10 as a team. So Dector immediately going to get a righty-lefty matchup here. with Caballero up. Here's the pitch, and he is first pitch swinging, and it's strike one to Caballero. You okay? All right. It's a good angle you got there. Decter, pitch, and Caballero out to Arnold, and that gets into the gap. Caballero around first and on his way to second, and Caballero in with a leadoff stand-up double, and American Heritage, forget the arms, started off with the bats, and Caballero wasted no time swinging right away, aggressive and early in the count against Decter.
And so that is his 5th double of the season.
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you, Jensen needs to be alert because he's going to take a look at third base. And in steps Mark Asensio, the third baseman Asensio, 385, 18 RBIs. There's one out there for him right now. So Decter throwing strikes here early. One on, nobody out. Decter kicks and fires right down US 1, strike one. 0-1. Caballero with a modest lead at second. Pitch to Asensio. Upstairs. And the count shifts to 1 ball and 1 strike. Once again, tonight's game brought to you by Pozzi Brothers Pizza. I want to thank the Florida High School Athletic Association and all of you watching here tonight. Decter peeks in, gets the signal from Jensen. Sets from the stretch. Kicks, fires, fouled back and out of play. Asensio chased the ball, 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the junior. The top 6 hitters for American Heritage will all be back next year. 1-2, and there's a ground ball. It's going to sneak up the middle around third and on his way. Being waved in is Caballero. The throw comes in, cut off, and just like that, American Heritage wastes no time swinging the bats, and Caballero scores off the single by Asensio. A 1-2 off-speed pitch. Asensio got the barrel on it, launched it up the middle, and that'll bring up number 27, Gavin Ruvalcaba. Ruvalcaba headed to Duke. Now a runner at first, and still nobody out. Pitch from Decter. The off-speed clips the corner. 0-1. Asensio creeping out. Decter doesn't peek. Pitch outside and high. 1-1.
So it'll be interesting, I guess, here, to see how, obviously we saw Decter in the game last week, but, he came in whenever they were up.
Yeah.
And so, this is the first game. I don't know how many starts he's had on the season, but, this is no easy task to come in against an American Heritage team and, just be expected to pitch well.
Well, last week against Jensen Beach, I think the approach was a little bit different. They wanted to get Gabe some work, and they let Gabe. Gabe was only going to pitch 1 inning and throw a certain amount of pitches, whatever that outcome was. And then Decter take it. We see that more and more in Major League Baseball, too. Somebody starts, pitches an inning, and then the guy that they want to come in comes in the second inning and takes over. 3-1 now to Ruvalcaba, and runner on first, nobody out, 1 run already in. Caballero doubled and scored on the single by Asensio. Decter kicks and fires on the 3-1, and it's 3-2. And a little different approach here by the number 3 hitter is he's taking a look at some pitches. The first 2 hitters, very aggressive in the count. The little delayed pickoff play there, and back in time is Asensio. On deck is Angelo Giraldo. Pitch. Oh, indeed, he drops in Little curveball on Ruvalcado and Caba, and he is looking at it for strike 3. The old, what's his name? May I help you? No, thanks. I'm just looking, right? And, okay, so his jersey says 28, but that is Angelo Geraldo. So let's change his number now because that's not his normal number. And down to second base, off and running on the pitch was Asensio, and fouled out of play for strike 1. That's the first out of the inning, the backwards K. And a much-needed out by Decter. Creeping lead at first. There you see him on your screen. Here comes the pitch, and there's a chopper down to third that squirts through for a base hit, and not going to test the arm of Nick Cunningham. And back to second base goes Asensio, but a seeing eye single for Geraldo, and now runners at first and second as the catcher steps in, David Saladino. Saladino this year batting just .217, but he can drive them in. He's got 16 RBIs. He's got 2 doubles and a triple, 13 hits on the year for Saladino. That's one of those balls, man, that you just can't do anything about. That got just past the third baseman, Liam Miller, and squirts past Ty Brandis. Brandis perfect on the year. Has not made an error. The shortstop has not. And the count is now 1 ball and no strikes. Beautiful night for baseball. When isn't it? Even when it's raining, it's a good night. 1-0. When I was a kid growing up, I loved sitting through rain delays at the ballpark. Pitch popped up, and Grant Arnold tracks it, calls it, hauls it, 2 outs, no tag, and that's a big out there.
Good scenario there for the Mustangs.
They
All
right. Did something happen that I missed? He called a fly ball, right?
Right. No,
okay. I mean, everybody started clapping late.
No.
I mean, I thought maybe I missed something.
Maybe we have the number wrong again. So this is Lyman, but it says number 10 on his jersey.
Yeah.
So
what did the PA guy say?
He said Lyman.
Yeah, it's Lyman. So
Lyman.
Lyman's number 10. Jimmy Heward was number 10, the pitching prospect. I'm not sure what happened to Jimmy this year. If anybody knows, let me know in the comments. I was trying to find out last night. I don't know if he got hurt. But I know he's one of their top pitching prospects coming into this year. And that'll be strike 1. So 2 outs and 2 on, American Heritage with 1 in. And you got to think Coach Avon wanted more than this with the pressure they were applying early with the top of their lineup. Decter can get out of this with just 1 run. Not quite a Houdini act, but certainly something magician worthy. And that is strike 2. So Lyman, Decter, the 0-2 on its way. Curveball outside. And the count is now 1-2 on the waist pitch.
So these last 5 guys hitting for American Heritage, they're all hitting right around that 200, some at that 250 mark. And so not saying that they're necessarily not strong hitters, but the first 4 are really wherever American Heritage we can see do a lot of damage.
Strike 3, and that will end the inning. 2 backwards Ks and a fly out. But American Heritage does damage early as they get 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, 2 left. We're going to the bottom of the first. American Heritage 1. Merritt Island coming to bat. All right, welcome back here to the bottom of the first inning as we take a look. There he is on your screen. Nobody standing more out front than manager Jason Arnold. There he is, the Florida commit, Brady Snow, on the bump. Caleb got his, do you have his graphic up? All right, there is Snow's graphic there. And let me just tell you what he's done this year thus far. So far this season, Snow, again, a projected first or second round major league draft pick, 3-1 with a 0.89 ERA. In 33 innings pitched this year, 39.1 innings pitched this year, 27 hits, 5 earned runs, 8 walks, and 64 strikeouts. Teams are batting against him 184. American Heritage Plantation, right? And Snow is going to face Ty Brandis to lead it off. For American Heritage, it's going to be Santiago Montel in left, Gavin Rucalaba in center. He must be the pinch hitter. Gandilla in right, Asensio at third, Caballero at short, Lineman at second, and Gerardo at first. And Snow tees it up here for Ty Brandis. Brandis will look at ball one. Brandis batting .472 this year. Brandis has 34 hits, 25 RBIs, 6 doubles, 3 triples, and 2 home runs. The pitch, chopped foul. And the count is 1-1. So I'm going to teach you something here tonight, Nathan.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Outside, ball 2. Look around and look on that right side. And when he throws a pitch, watch how many arms go like this.
All right.
All right?
All right.
2 balls and a strike to Brandis. Upstairs.
That was fine. Right.
You see him?
I did. Right, yep. I saw it around.
Those would be Major League Scouts.
Uh-huh.
They're going to try to get him not to go to Florida. 3-1.
Uh-huh.
Good. Snow's 3-1 is ball 4. And an uncharacteristic leadoff walk, not by Brandis, but by Snow. And now the Mustangs can do Mustang things. They can apply pressure on the bases.
And so walking Brandis is probably the last thing you want to do besides giving up a hit on him, because he leads the team in stolen bases with 16.
Yeah, no, I mean, and now you force him out of his delivery and into the stretch, and now he's stepping in against Charlie Blaylock, who is a freshman and batting .405. Pretty good freshman. And that's a pretty good lead by Brandis. And Snow checks him. Saladino will be tested tonight if the Mustangs are on base. Snow comes to a set. Kicks, fires, and right through the left side. Brandis around second, and he is going to slide in. And a great piece of hitting by the freshman as he takes a 93-mile-an-hour fastball the other way, and it's first and third with nobody out.
And just as you said, looking at that crowd, you see the eyes immediately turn left. You know, Blaylock, he was sitting fastball, and he took his chance and ripped it right up the middle.
You know,
right up the
when
left.
you got a guy that throws as hard as Snow does, the thing you don't want to do is try and pull the ball. Go the other way with it. And it's amazing to watch a freshman do that.
Absolutely.
That'll bring up Liam Miller. Liam just simply has been one of the best hitters in the county over the last 2 years. .415, 36 hits, 8 doubles, 2 home runs. Miller watches that off-speed curveball drop in for strike 1. So 2 on and nobody out here in the top half or bottom half of inning number 1. Snow's 1-0 is now 0, or 0-1 is now 0-2, and now Miller's going to have to shorten, protect, and stay alive here.
But don't get it wrong here. You'll be, amazed on how good of a protection hitter Liam Miller is.
Oh, Liam, he could. We saw a 19 pitch at bat the other night in softball. Now, I'm not going to say he's going to do that, but he'll make it difficult. And no, he does not. Does he tip that? Yeah, no, he doesn't.
Nope.
That's a strike, and that's the 12-6 curveball that's got the major league-ish spin rate on it. And there you see it as Grant Arnold steps in, the right fielder. Arnold batting .366 this year. He's got a home run and 7 doubles. He's got 18 RBIs, or I'm sorry, 26 RBIs. Arnold, just a sophomore, as young and as talented as American Heritage is, so are the Mustangs. Back to first in plenty of time. Snow wants to be careful here. This is a huge foul territory here. Anything gets past the first baseman, and it's over against the fence, and you can run for days. So Arnold steps in, a righty-lefty matchup. Arnold's going to get a run in with a base hit, first pitch swinging, and the Mustangs take a 1-0 lead as Ty Brandis will get the cone. He'll become the first cone head of the night. And Grant Arnold attacks early, goes the other way with it, and another good piece of hitting by a young Mustang hitter. And that'll bring up Brody Vogel, the center fielder.
And, we didn't see this last week against O'Galley, but Merritt Island, I know we've said this before, they're not the team you want to go against in a slugging battle. Because
no. Tonight we pinned this. I coined this anyway, and maybe you see it differently. Strike one to Brody Vogel. Maybe you see it differently, and there's a lot of different ways you can see this. But tonight, to me, it came down to two things. Was Merritt Island going to be ready to face snow?
Mm-hmm.
And the answer to that question is, with this coaching staff, I felt like they were outside. And look, if the shoe were on the other foot and the Mustangs were throwing a top-notch prospect, Coach Avon would have those guys ready to go out and hit too. I mean, this is the beauty of having a week to prepare. 1 ball and 1 strike. You get a week to look at him. You get a week to practice against, that. You don't think Coach Arnold found somebody that throws hard and brought him in?
You definitely know he did. You definitely know it.
1-1. Upstairs, 2-1. And Vogel says, nope, not on that one. Vogel, 357 this year. Waiting on deck is Ryder Whittick, and he's only batting .340.
Only.
Yeah. 2 balls and a strike. And here's why I love why all these major league scouts are here looking at snow. A lot of good Merritt Island players out there, too.
Mm-hmm.
2-2 now. Maybe they see a guy they weren't looking at.
Right, exactly.
And that goes for both teams,
Mm-hmm.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Curveball, and it goes the other way. 4-6-3, and American Heritage is out of it. That's a terrific turn and a much-needed double play. That is the 13th double play of the year by the Patriots, and it will end the inning, but not before the Mustangs plate 1 and lead it 1-0. All right, it'll be Giancarlo Gandarilla to lead it off here in the top half of the second inning. The Mustangs tied up 1-1. I said they took the lead. I got excited there. Mustangs tied up 1-1. My apologies there. Yeah, look, I mean, we're Remark Sports Network, right? I'm going to give American Heritage a great call tonight. I am. I definitely will, and I'm showing Snow a lot of love. But, yeah, I got a little overexcited there. 1-1 is our score. Baseball's my first love in terms of sports. Well, I guess being unmarried, probably anything.
I was going to say, you married?
I'm going to shut up. All right, here we go. Pitch by Decter, and that's going to be strike one on a foul ball there. Gandarilla this season, 258. He's got 7 RBIs, 16 hits, and scored 12 runs, 3 doubles for the Patriots. And Decter quickly ahead, 0-1. Curveball, and that's an excuse me line drive back to the pitcher. Not very powerful, and Decter hauls it in for out number 1. And so game changer, here's an interesting statistic because, well, it's happened in the past when we talk pitch counts in playoffs in high school baseball. Who are we talking about? Archbishop McCarthy. Anyway, moving on. So Game Changer is the official pitch count tracker for the FHSAA. And what Game Changer says, or whoever, that's what it is. So, and when you get into these best of threes, pitch counts matter.
Right.
And Santiago Montel steps in. The 1-1 from Decter is popped up and out of play. Nice curveball by Decter there. Montel batting 160 this season. Montiel, it says here. Montiel. Okay. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch in the dirt. Hit Brady in the belt. That's the area where you're really not protected as a catcher.
Nope.
You are below. At least you better be below. And then up top, of course, you got the chest. Yeah, me too.
Could be a bad day.
That could be. 2 balls, 2 strikes here. Hit him. He got him. Hit him with the pitch. And that's something Decter obviously did not want to do. But from a standpoint, you just hit a 160 hitter and put him on. And now you're going to get back to the top of the lineup unless Mikey Marrero, the DH, hits into a double play. Marrero this season, 211. The Patriots, not, Merritt Island stolen 60-plus bases this year. The Patriots, 31. So not what you would call a running team. Decter outside.
Back to that stolen bases comment, I remember watching back the O'Galley game last night, and I think twice at American Heritage tried to steal and got thrown out both times.
Yeah, KJ Jones is a great catcher for O'Galley.
He is.
Decter, as Marrero goes to the 3-iron in the bag and swings and misses, and it's 1-1. Decter getting set to throw pitch number 30. He has thrown 19 strikes and make it 20 on pitch 30, and he is now ahead 1-2 to Marrero. Layton Caballero on deck. Caballero doubled and scored his last time up. The 1-2 from Decter. Strike 3. Absolute beaut, Clark. And it's 2 outs.
That's Decter's third strikeout of the night, and all three of them have been looking. All three.
All three on the curveball,
All
too.
three, yep.
Caballero with 2 outs, looking to bunt, and that's a wild play, huh? 2 outs, and the guy doubled the last time up. Might be doing it just for, you never know. 1-0. Got him too on the foot. So now it's 2 HBPs this inning, and now Mark Asensio is up. So Decter's curveball, it's either striking people out or putting them on first. So that brings up Asensio, who singled. And we stranded aboard. You okay? All right. Everybody at home is asking me or wants to know who I'm. It's Caleb. Caleb's here producing tonight. The pitch. Caleb going in for his final surgery on Monday, Nathan. So it'd be me and you all by ourselves.
Oh, man.
Next, if Merritt Island advances next week here, we know they'll be here if they advance. Pitch. Popped up and just got under it. Brandis calls and hauls for the third out of the inning. Decter hits 2, strikes out 1, and nobody scores as we head to the bottom of the second inning. Due up for Merritt Island is Whittick, Jensen, and Lawrence. All right, welcome back to Clint Hurdle Field. I want to make that known. The great Clint Hurdle was a Merritt Island Mustang. And of course went on to have a good major league career. He was drafted, him and Bruce Bochy, both from Brevard County, drafted in the first round. One of the two was in a supplemental draft, and one of the two in the entry draft. So, but both of them were first-round draft picks regardless. As Ryder Whittick steps in, and Whittick can blast them, folks. If you're watching. First pitch coming from Snow to Whittick. Batting .340 is Whittick. Upstairs, Whittick 340, 17 hits, 19 RBIs, 4 doubles, and he has the team lead in home runs with 4 of the 15 the Mustangs have hit this year. Snow's second pitch offering finds the outside corner. He dots it, and it's 1-1. Bruce Avon, Chris Stachio, Brian Valencia, Pat Wilson, your coaches. Whittick looking to put that one into the pond, and it's 1-2. For Merritt Island, it's Jason Arnold, Buster Beal, Kevin Bogle, Alan Goodwin, Kyle Jackson, Zach Lush, Tim Madison, Robert Meyer. 1-2 on its way. And Whittick, I have no idea where that thing even went. And it's still 1-2. As the sun begins to set on a beautiful Friday night, the first day in the month of May, Cinco de Mayo coming up, but I would imagine many of you will be taking a weekend opportunity to celebrate it. 1-2. Strike 3 looking, and Whittick goes down on strikes, the second of the night for Snow. That'll bring up Brady Jensen. Jensen this season. Again, folks, if you're watching from down south, Jensen's the 7-hitter in this lineup. And batting .345. He's got 19 hits, 12 RBIs, 2 doubles, and 2 home runs. So, and Whittick is and see, this is what I love. Whittick is telling Wes Lawrence about what he just went through. First pitch to Jensen is a strike, 0-1. Snow, the 21st pitch of his outing is upstairs. He has thrown 21 pitches. 14 of them have been for strikes. He's allowed 2 hits and a run. He has 2 strikeouts, and he's walked 1. The 1-1, and yeah, no holding that up. 0-2. Merritt can't let him get in a groove now. You can't let him just start setting you down one after another. Curveball upstairs, 2-2. Actually, that was a slider because there's not a curveball that moves that fast.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was going to say exactly.
Yeah,
I was like, that's fast curveball, man.
Yeah, that's a fastball. Just watching them all jot it down. That was probably about 93, 94 there. 2-2. Swing and a miss, and Jensen will take off down to third. But he's thrown out on the strikeout. You played baseball?
Right.
What was your approach to guys that could throw hard and fast?
Man.
I'll tell you what mine was.
So
go ahead.
Okay. So I played for, I think I want to say 9 years, all up through the, whole Little League system here. And the best guy that I ever played against was Asher Anderson.
Oh, my goodness. Love Asher.
Man, tall
Beast.
guy, throws absolute heat. Every time I'm up there, I was like, I'm just going to swing as early as I can and hope that I make contact.
I used to choke up on the bat just a hair and move up in the box.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That's how I did it. It didn't work.
Nope.
But that's how I would try.
Right.
You just got to shorten everything up and come through a little better. I feel like the guy I'm swinging my hips. I feel like the guy on YouTube. What's his name? Nick Castillo? You got to swing the hips, man. Better be careful before I end up with a hip replacement. 0-1, Snow to Wes Lawrence, and that is a drop strike. That is now a ball, 1-1, and you catch that, and that's strike 2, I think. Look, Nick, I don't know if anybody out there knows who Nick is. Nicky Cass, who Nicky Cass is. He's the best, man. The 1-1 from Snow. He fouls that off. Buster Beal, my man. Buster does a terrific job with all the organizations he works with here at Merritt Island. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. The Mustangs are in danger of striking out. As a side, Snow kicks, fires. Upstairs and outside as Saladino tried to hang that thing there, hoping maybe the extra 10 seconds would get the umpire to change his mind. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And the Mustangs begin the hat shake rally. Here's the pitch. Curveball outside, ball 3. Snow bending over on the mound. It's the other thing these scouts are looking for. They want to see his demeanor, right? He gets touched up in the first inning. How does he handle like that call right there, right? Like he bends over a little bit.
How does he respond?
Shows frustration. Can't do that. 3-2. Because then you throw a fastball right down the middle of the plate and he's sitting dead red.
Mm-hmm.
And he just missed it. Wes Lawrence. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Now what do you throw? I think I bring another curveball here if I'm Snow. He does not. I am not Snow. He throws about a 95-mile-an-hour fastball, and he'll strike out the side, and we'll go to the top of the third. 1-1 is our score. All right, welcome back to Clint Hurdle Field. I want to give a couple shout-outs. I want to say hello to Tracy Collins watching here tonight, Brian Dibble, Marlene Solorzano watching, Kathy Bayer, Eric Holt, Jane Thierolt, Giuseppe DiMaggio watching, John Turner, Miguel Angel Herrera Cordero watching, Helen Gaynor Edwards. Want to say hello to everyone watching, and thank Pizza or Posse Pizza as our sponsor tonight. 3 great locations, and Caleb will have the bottom banner, or not the bottom banner, but the screen banner up for the entire between innings coming up. 1-1 is our score here at Clint Hurdle Field. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for the Patriots. 1, 2, and 0 for the Mustangs. As we are in the meat of the order here. And swung on and missed by Ruvalcaba. If I'm correct, I believe it was Duke Ruvalcaba. I've read so much information on these guys.
That's right.
Night.
Yep.
Ruvalcaba's going to Duke, and he's going to look at another strike, 2-2, and he was not a fan of that. Nobody out here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Dector to Ruvalcaba. And there's a ground ball to second, up by Blaylock and over to Lawrence. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, 1 out. And that'll bring up Angelo Geraldo. Cunningham, Vogel, and Arnold from left to right. Miller, Brandis, Blaylock, and Warren from third to first. Jensen behind the plate.
Geraldo with the single is the last time I bat, so we'll see what he does here.
You see how that Jesse goes after him a little bit differently. Shakes off the first sign given by Jensen. Dector kicks and fires, and he launches this one into center field. Starting back on it, but coming in was Vogel, and Vogel almost made the Cardinal sin, but recovers in time to make the catch for out number 2. And actually, the real Cardinal sin playing the outfield like that on the line drive is to come in on it first. Vogel actually did the right thing. He just probably went a little too far and scared himself and just turned around and darted. All right, the catcher will step in now. Or is this Ingram? No, this is where they got this messed up. This is David Saladino, the catcher. Yep. Yeah, this is Saladino. Saladino flied out to Grant Arnold his last time up in right field. 0-1. Dector quickly gets ahead. Curveball is inside. 1-1. So I would imagine American Heritage is spending the night here. somewhere. And, yeah, you can't imagine go back down there and come back
Oh,
up
man.
for a 1 o'clock game tomorrow. That's game 2. You'll see it here on Brevard Sports Network. The 1-1 chopper, tough play. Miller in from third, up and over. How about it, Liam Miller? Great play for a 1-2-3 inning. And we go to the bottom of the third, tied at 1. Give me Posse Brothers. There you see them on your screen right there. And, man, we can't thank them enough. They're sponsoring this series. I don't want to say, like, all 3 games. You don't want to say that, okay? But I will start saying that after. If Maryland doesn't win tonight, I'm going to start saying 3 games. So, tomorrow. So, they're sponsoring all the games, no matter how many there are this weekend. And we just cannot thank them enough because these fees aren't cheap. And to get the community to come through, we don't charge the schools anything. We don't charge a subscription fee. We just, and I don't have, and God bless the companies that do. We just, it's just how we've always done it. And so, again, if you're watching from down south, it's why we don't have the 3, 4, 5 cameras. We try to keep it as simple as possible and make so that the coverage can be affordable for all to watch. So here we go, Caleb. And again, Posse Bros Pizza. If Posse Bros is watching, I don't know where the restaurant is here, and I don't think we're going to get out of here by 9 because I think they're only open till 9. I think they're open a little later on the weekends. Would love to stop down and try a pizza on the way home tonight. All right, it'll be 9-1-2 for the Mustangs. His last inning, Snow sat down Whittick, Jensen, and Lawrence in order via the K, and it'll be Cunningham, and then back to the top of the Mustang lineup with Brandis and Blaylock.
And don't get confused here with Nick Cunningham hitting 9 because he's only hitting 381.
Is that it?
9.
That's your 9-hole hitter, batting
9-hole,
381. And if you think he's a guy that just doesn't play, in other words, well, he's batting 381 because, well, Merritt's played 26 games this year. No. Nick's played 25 games. He's had 75 plate appearances and 63 official at bats.
He has earned that average.
He's earned that average. Great point, Nate. As Charlie Blaylock grabs his bat, Blaylock's ready to go. So here comes Snow. Pitch. Upstairs. That's Orville Susong's ponytail. I'm just kidding. They can't see you. They cannot see you. I'm just joking with you. 1-0. I will say this. Surprisingly tonight, I've seen Snow go to just as many 1-0 counts as I have seen him go 0-1. And that is 2-0. That is low. 34 pitches thus far for the Florida commit. We'll take bets in a minute on whether he gets to campus or not. 2-0. And there's a shot up the middle. And how about Nick Cunningham with a leadoff single? That is the 3rd Mustang hit of the night. And the 2nd time tonight, the leadoff man has been aboard. And speaking of leadoff men, back to the top of the lineup. And Ty Brandis, who is 1 for 1 and has scored the lone Mustang run.
That was Nick Cunningham's 25th hit of the year, and, a phenomenal job of him on just expecting the right pitch, sitting for it, and right once he got it, right up the middle.
Great scouting.
That's right.
Pitch. Gets away and down to second base. It trickled away from Saladino, and it trickled far enough away to where Cunningham is able to take second base. That's a pass ball, not a wild pitch, because that did not hit the dirt until it got to him. So Saladino will be charged with a pass ball there. And first base is open with Brandis up, and now a 1-0 count. And that trickles away again. It's actually bouncing off the heel of his glove. first time he got under the heel of his glove. We're going to get a timeout here. And I apologize. I believe that's Coach Avon. Coach Avon going out to talk. He probably wants to have a word with his catcher. Saladino, what's going on with the glove? You all right? Everything good?
Right.
And I think what Avon's telling them here is, look, guys, we got a runner on second base. We got first base open. Let's not panic here. You know, we won 2 state championships in the last 3 years. This is how we get out of this inning. Make sure we execute here, here, and here. Know where we're going with the ball. He's talking to his pitcher and catcher right now. He's telling Snow, calm down. First pitch strikes, fill the zone, go get them.
You know, if I'm correct, I believe they were in this exact same spot last against O'Galley, wherever there was, I think it might have been guys on first and second, was 0 outs, and they got out of the inning fine.
Absolutely.
So, you know, we'll see what Snow pulls out of his sleeve here.
Absolutely. I'm not going to say who, but one of these days, man, I would love to do one more baseball game in my life with the guy sitting to my left. One more. That's all I'm asking for. 2-0. And a timeout by Brandis. 2-0. Snow takes a look back, kicks and fires upstairs. 3-0. And that could be the approach too. Listen, first base open. Okay, he drilled it hard last time he was up. Stay away from him. Brandon says, okay, that's a strike. Now I'm ready. See, this is going to be an interesting pitch from Snow because where he throws this ball is could tell us a lot about what Coach Avon just said.
Right.
Yeah. Maybe the curveball I'm being told. We're going to see here. And there's a fastball swing and steps on. But I'll tell you what, Ty Brandon, that's as good as a bunt.
Yep.
The guy next to me's favorite play. And we were talking about that last night, about how it's the most exciting play in sports. Brandis gets the job done as he moves Nick Cunningham over to third, and you see the team recognizing the significance of what Ty just did. And now it's a runner at third and 1 out with Charlie Blaylock up. Blaylock singled on the first pitch I believe he saw last time.
Yep.
Now, Coach likes the safety squeeze too. I'm wondering if we see anything like that. And here's the scouting. Here's the scouting from American Heritage. That thing is called a strike. I want you to show the defensive alignment because they know Merritt Island's thinking safety squeeze here. Shortstop, and they're all in. The entire infield's in. They're going to prevent the run here. So now they may back up with 2 strikes. But, yeah, I mean, what is the significance of this game where you got the infield in like this in the third inning? That shocks me to see, actually. Maybe halfway, but doesn't matter because Blaylock's going to look at strike 3, and that is going to be 2 outs.
And as you would imagine, the crowd umpires adored that call.
Well,
yep.
Well, if you got 2 outs and you're feeling the pressure a little bit, right here, like Merritt Island might be, the most clutch hitter in Brevard County is at the plate.
Right.
You know, him and Gabe Gonzalez from Melbourne, they just couldn't be any more clutch. Liam Miller has produced time and time again. They struck out the last time. So hopefully he saw what he needed to see in order to drive this run in. 1-0 to Liam. But we've seen Liam walk off several games.
Mm-hmm.
That's a strike. 1-1. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it was me. That's strike 2. And now Liam likes to look at pitches. Can't fall behind the Snow because now you got to look for the slider, the curveball, the fastball, and he throws them all to perfection. Curveball goes upstairs, and here comes the second Merritt Island run, as that's the third time. That's a pass ball.
Yep, it is.
That's a pass ball, and the run will score. And we talked about the little things that you can and can't do. And for American Heritage there, that's one of those things. Just went right off his glove. And now Miller, with 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs, looks at a deuces wild situation. And the Mustangs do indeed take the lead 2-1. Snow kicks, fires, curveball. Yes, indeed. My goodness gracious, that fell off the table. Liam Miller looking out at Snow like, are you kidding me? That ends the third. But the Mustangs pick up 1 run on 1 hit. A couple of pass balls in the inning for sure. We go to the top of the 4th, 1-0 or 2-1. Welcome back to Clint Hurdle Field. Legend in the house tonight. Chuck Goldfarb's here. And when you look out on that board and you see 1999 and 2000, that's the man that managed the state champion Merritt Island Mustangs, Chuck Goldfarb. Man knows a thing or two about baseball. Decter kicking off the top of the 4th inning. Pitch. And there's a numbler off the bat, and that's a tricky play. It's not going to be in there. That's an infield hit for Lyman. But for the first time since back in the 1st inning, American Heritage has the leadoff runner aboard. That's just one of those things that our umpires even looking at the ball going, what happened there?
You want to talk about legends, Clint Hurdle, the guy the field is named after, went and played with the Royals organization, was the manager of the Pirates.
Yeah, manager of the Pirates, played for the Royals. Yeah, Clint Hurdle. That team had Kevin Verpail on it, who stole 40 bases that year. Gabe Gonzalez for Melbourne this weekend has an opportunity to break the Brevard County stolen base record this weekend for Melbourne, which would be a big accomplishment. Bunt, swings away, and down to first, they got him. No, he's safe. He just got back in. That's a great job by Jensen to get that ball down there. And they almost beat American Heritage at their own game. They backpicked O'Galley, I think, once or twice. I know for sure once last week. No, he's got to tag him. Gandarilla bunts, but foul, and now it's 0-2, and he's frustrated with himself because he knows he's not bunting now. Decter's got him in the hole, 0-2. 1 run, 4 hits, no errors for the Patriots, 2-3-0 for the Mustangs. We are in the top of the 4th. Cunningham, Vogel, and Arnold from left to right. Miller, Brandis, Blaylock, and Lawrence from 3rd to 1st. Decter to Jensen. Curveball, chop foul. 0-2. It'll be tough picking the player of the year this year. Fouled back and out of play, as that's a good job in there fighting pitches off by Giancarlo Gandarilla, the junior. Yeah.
Jesse Dector just sneaking up on that 50-pitch mark.
The 0-2, that just missed. Because I believe the umpire said it did. Is the only reason I feel it missed. 1 and 2. Because it looked pretty good from where I'm sitting. 1 and 2. Dector. Outside, 2 and 2. So this is how you battle. This is what when we write in the previews, every at bat, every pitch is contested. These are those moments right here. 2 and 2. Dector gets him to swing and miss. And that is the first out of the inning. Beautiful pitch by Jesse.
Makes for Dector's 4th strikeout of the night.
And Santiago Montiel steps in, and last time he was up, he was hit by a pitch. Liam Miller in on the grass at third, expecting a bunt. Just below the knees, 1-0. And that one is driven into right field, and Arnold comes up with it, and best not to test that arm, and they don't. But now you got runners at first and second with just 1 out as Montiel singles, and Mikey Marrero steps in. Marrero struck out looking his last time up.
For the Mustangs here, you're hoping to find a way to get out of the inning here, because up next we got, Caballero, I believe is how you say it, and
top of the lineup. You got
wanting to go there.
Vanderbilt and Duke coming up.
Especially
Two of the
with
next
guys
three,
on base.
yeah. One out. Fouled back. I'm going to let you sign off tonight or tomorrow, because tomorrow will be your final broadcast for a month. 0-1. Big out here. If the Mustangs can turn 2, that would even be huge. That would be huge. Mustangs have turned, I think, 14 double plays this year. The 0-1 on its way. Good pitch, drifted a little too far out, 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike here. The wind blowing out. Not a lot of wind. There'll be some wind here tomorrow, according to all the meteorologists. The 1-1. Strike 2. 1 and 2. Dector, 1 ball, 2 strikes to Marrero. Big pitch coming. And Marrero knows it and asks for time.
The 1-2 count, stepping up to the plate.
Dector kicks and fires. Strike 3 called, and for the second time in as many at-bats, Marrero says, I'm just looking. And that's 2 outs.
Coach Arnold taking a visit to Jesse Dector.
All right, here's the same conversation. Now, we've talked about the 2 managers, right, and how good both of them are. In the identical situation last inning, except with 1 out. Avon went out to talk to his guys, right? So you got 2 on and 2 out, and here goes Arnold out there. And basically what he's basically telling them the same thing. Know where you're going with the ball. If you're Dector, you know where this guy got you back in the first inning. You hit him with a pitch in the second. Let's get him out and get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
We got, you know what we got coming up this week? You won't be there. We got, if you want to go, you're welcome to go. We got middle school volleyball championships this week.
Hey, I love me some volleyball. You know, I'm at Merritt Island after all.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Pitch. Low. That's low. The Mustangs won their regional semifinal match over Bishop Moore 5-0 yesterday. They're going to go, or they're going to host New Smyrna Beach now in the regional finals for a trip to Tallahassee, the Mustang Beach volleyball team. Dector's 1-0. Strike one.
Mm-hmm.
That's a challenge, though, because they've never beaten New Smyrna Beach in beach
Really?
volleyball. Yeah, the Cougars are 4-0 against the Mustangs. Lost to them earlier this season, too. So, but if anybody can get it out, it's the greatest volleyball coach that ever coached, right?
Coach
Go
Patrick.
1-1. And now it's 2-1 as the umpires in the stands definitely raised their arm for a strike on that. But the umpire behind the plate said no. 2-1. 2 on, 2 out. Dector. Kicks, fires. Curveball. There is the strike. And now we got 4 twos to play with. You got 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 2 on. With 2-1. Pitching to number 5, Bladen Caballero. Dector, a junior. To Caballero, the Vanderbilt commit. Here's the pitch. And there's a chopper. And that's a good job. Does he get him? No, he doesn't get him. Back at a third. But that is a terrific job by Blaylock to keep that ball from getting into center field.
Yep.
Or this game is tied. Now, it all depends what happens here with this at bat. But that's an infield single, the second of the inning for the Patriots, as Mark Asensio steps up.
And it's those small moments, too, like you talked about, that really are going to make a big difference in the end.
Keep that play in mind right there. Dector to Asensio. Strike one. Dector quickly gets ahead. Charlie Blaylock with maybe the defensive play of the night. And didn't even get an out. 0-1. Dector kicks and fires. Strike 2, and now Dector has Asensio in an 0-2 hole.
Asensio 1 for 2 on the night with a RBI in the first inning. Give American Heritage their sole run.
The 66th pitch of the night from Dector to Asensio on its way. Will it be the 44th strike of the night? Dector sets, kicks. Chopper, playable. Brandis up and over to first. No. Oh, he got him. He got him. Wow. He got him. He got him. What a play by Brandis to get that ball over and make that umpire think about it. That ends the inning. And now how big is that play by Blaylock?
It is, like you said, it very well could be the biggest defensive play of the game.
The biggest defensive play of the night. Unbelievable. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 2-1 Mustangs. All right, here we go. Listen, when you're good, like both of these teams are, sometimes you get a little bit lucky too, right?
Right.
As we go, well, I tell you, man, that's a break. Mustangs got to take advantage as we go to the bottom of the fourth. It is going to be Arnold, Vogel, and Whittick. And the pitch. And Arnold with a surprise drop down of a punt there.
They were all the way back in that dirt. I don't think they saw that one coming.
No, I don't think they did either. I didn't see that one coming.
No, me either. Didn't cross my mind once, I don't think.
Are you okay seeing over these guys a little bit? Okay. All right. I know it's tough, but, I mean, we'd be on the field like we were at Cocoa Beach, but the foul lines are so far back here, or the foul territory. That's a strike. 0-2. Yeah, he went. Or no. Well, I'm pretty sure, yeah, they quickly changed it to a strike. There's Ryder Whittick's forearms we were talking about last week. My goodness gracious. Ball's fouled out. Kid's got thighs for forearms, man. Buster Beal telling him to get it done. 2-1. Snow, Arnold, 1-2.
Good eye to watch for the curve there by Arnold.
Yeah, Snow getting ready to bring his 54th pitch of the night. He's thrown 33 strikes. The Florida commit kicks and fires on the 1-2, and table falls off of that one, and that is another strikeout for Snow. That is going to be his 7th of the night. As Brody Vogel steps in. Vogel 0 for 1 tonight. Snow's first offering to him is a curveball, and a perfect one at that, 0-1. And the fastball is driven deep to right field, back to the track, wall caught. Nice job out there, because that thing jumped off of his back quickly. And Gandarilla just stayed calm and hauled it in. And now Ryder Whittick steps in. If I'm Whittick, I'm sitting on a curveball here on the first pitch. You gonna take a shot at it? What are you sitting here? What are you guessing? What are you guessing?
Curveball. Exact same thing.
What are you guessing? You want to see him go back to the fastball? Yeah, I'm looking off speed here. Ryder Whittick struck out looking the last time. Snow knows it. Whittick knows it. First pitch is the tone of the AB right here. Oh yeah. Here's the pitch. It is the curveball, and it is a strike. Yeah, he's toying with Whittick right now a little bit. That's why Coach Arnold came down and talked to Ryder, try to settle him down a little bit. The 0-1 curveball again, except that one does not break, and it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out here in the bottom of the fourth. The Mustangs lead it 2-1, and that's a ball. Brady Jensen on deck, followed by Wes Lawrence in the hole. The 2-1 on its way to Whittick. And that's a chopper as the Mustangs scatter. And the count is now deuces wild with 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. As bombs away is given, and all the Mustangs take their hats off, hang over a rail, and shake them. The pitch, and that, tough play, Caballero up, and yes indeed, nice play by Caballero over there to get Whittick. That ball changed directions on Caballero, and he came up with it and fired a dart across the first baseman, Angelo Girardo, and that ends the fourth. We're on to the fifth, 2-1 Merritt Island. All right, welcome back here at the top of the fifth inning. In the later stages of this one we go. And it's Gavin Ruvalcaba. And the Duke commit swings and misses. Looking ahead to tomorrow, game 2 pitching matchup tomorrow is likely to be Ty Brandis maybe for the Mustangs. And Merritt Island may have to face the Southpaw tomorrow. McGeehan, who is 3-1 with or Rosenfeld. It's either Rosenfeld. I think it's Rosenfeld. I'm trying to think. That one has popped up. That's Arnold's got a track on it. Nice track by Grant. 1 out.
And if I believe what I heard from some of the Merritt Island players, I believe Gabriel Norman is at a wedding today.
Okay.
And so,
well, I don't think he was scheduled to throw.
But there could be a possibility that
we see him tomorrow.
We see him at some point tomorrow, maybe for 2 innings, maybe 3.
It could be McGeehan tomorrow, the left-hander. I would think it would maybe McGeehan. It could be Gabe, and then we see Brandis.
Right.
We're not going to see Gabe for more than an inning.
Nope.
Yeah. And we're not going to see him for more than 30 or 40 pitches either. We're just not. But whatever that pitch count is for him, Brandis is likely to be the guy that comes in behind him. Yep. 1-0 to the hitter. The catcher, Saladino, and he drops this one deep in the left field. But a nice track back there by Nick Cunningham, and that is 2 outs in the inning. So 2 fly balls. That was Geraldo. This is the catcher now, David Saladino. Once again, tonight's game brought to you by Posy Bros Pizza. 3 locations to serve you: Vieira, Cocoa, and Merritt Island. You ever had Posy Bros, Buster? No? Good. Decter's first pitch to Saladino is a strike. 1-0.
Little bit of frustration shown there.
0-1.
Saladino.
Yeah. I thought it was low myself. Yeah, he definitely went 0-2. No need to ask anybody. That bat cracked the plane. 0-2. Decter looks in, gets the sign. Been a quick inning. Decter kicks and fires. Curveball. Ends the inning as Decter sets them down in order. 1, 2, 3. On to the bottom of the 5th. 2-1 Mustangs.
Welcome back to Clint Hurdle Field, where we have the Mustangs leading American Heritage 2-1. Brady Snow on the mound. I want to say looking at around his 65th pitch. Up to bat, we have Brady Jensen. He is 0 for 1 on the night. First pitch offering. It's hit. Hit right to left field, 1 out. Up to bat now, we have Wesley Lawrence. Wes Lawrence out swinging his first at bat. See what he does here. On deck, Nick Cunningham. Brady Snow on his 62nd pitch. This one will be his 63rd. Snow with the pitch. Right down the middle, strike 1. Be looking for a curve here if I was Wesley Lawrence, I want to say. Second pitch offering. A little bit low, 1-1. One's a little bit up. Counts now 2-1, 2 balls, 1 strike. Wesley Lawrence is more than capable of hitting it deep. Saw him do it last week. See what he does here. 2-1. That's a curve. That one dropped in. 2-2. Just like Allen's been talking about, that's a phenomenal curve. Seeing it break like that. That's why you got so many scouts here watching. 2-2. Fouls it off, keeping us at 2-2. So now we're going to see Lawrence's ability to fight the count, stay alive here. Thrive and survive. With the pitch. Called it high. Called it high. Breaking ball did not drop a little bit too much. We have a 3-2 count. If I'm Lawrence here, I would say most likely a fastball. First we thought a curve. We'll see what it does. 3-2, payoff pitch. Fouls it off. Lawrence still alive, 3-2 count. On deck, we have Nick Cunningham. In the hole, we have Ty Brandis. Brandis will start the top of the lineup, hitting number 1. The 3-2 pitch. Lawrence out swinging. That's a strikeout for Snow. And that is I believe the 8th strikeout of the night for Snow.
My man, Nathan Oglesby, great job. I apologize for stepping out on y'all. I was still working. I was broadcasting, but I was talking to the director, the head athletic director of Brevard County. Great guy, Kevin Robinson, was an awesome wrestler back in his day. Probably still is. Once a good wrestler, always a wrestler, right? It's just the way that goes. Kevin Robinson is now the overall athletic director of Brevard County, and we're going to have him in June, and he'll get us called up. There's a strike there. So where are we at, Nathan? Get me called up.
All right, so we saw Wesley Lawrence up to bat. He struck out. Oh, 2 outs. Oh, my goodness. And so we have Brady Jensen popped out to left field.
Okay, I saw that one.
Yep.
And then what did Lawrence do?
Lawrence, he probably got, I think, 9 pitches off him, but ended up striking out.
And now we got Nick Cunningham up.
Now Nick Cunningham.
All right, I'm all called up here.
Perfect.
My apologies, but I'm always talking to the boss. You better believe that. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Deuce is wild here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Snow to Cunningham. The pitch. Strike 3. And Snow tips his own cap. And we go to the 6th. And it's 2-1. talking to the home plate umpire. Obviously, they'll be here for the series. They're from the Western Coast, the umpires here. They move the umpires all around the state for the playoffs. They do that. They don't want the MCOA here. They'll put the MCOA somewhere else. And so, guys behind the plate tonight's doing a good job. As Decter gets set to step on for his 6th inning of work. And he's allowed just 1 run here tonight. 74 pitches. His 75th pitch is his 51st strike. And it's 0-1. Strike 2. Right down the chute. This is Anthony Lyman, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Second base.
It did there, moving numbers around.
Yep. Me too. I saw the number. I'm like, I don't have him. But then I was like, see, crossed out. Yep, that's
Did
second base
American
Lyman.
Heritage come up here in a yellow bus? Okay.
All right.
The 1-2. Chopper down to Miller. Miller cocks and fires, and that's out number 1. Steady Eddie over there, Liam Miller. As Giancarlo Gandaria steps in, popped out and struck out tonight. You ain't lying. A long, hot ride on a yellow bus.
Open those windows, maybe.
Huh? All right, staying. Okay, I'm told by Orville Susong they're staying the night in Cocoa Beach, which is fouled back, which is good to hear. That's probably why they're on the yellow bus, because it was either, hey, coach, you get the charter, but you're coming home. Or you can take the yellow bus and stay in Cocoa Beach. The 0-1 is 0-1-1. Nah, we're not muted. We were muted. Here's the pitch. Double check there. You might want to double check. Is anybody else asking if we're muted? That's probably during the break. Yeah.
This will be Decter's 81st pitch of the night. No, sorry, 82nd.
So it's 1-2 now. Here it comes. Curveball is outside or off speed. It's a little slider, a little something there, a little slurve. 2-2. Jesse, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Got 1 pitch to play with here. And there it is, strike 3. Swung on and missed. That's the 6th strikeout of the night for Decter. Is that 6?
I have 7.
7. That is
7.
the 7th. 7th. You're right. That is correct. 7. As Santiago Montiel steps in. And Montiel tonight has not yet been a victim of the strikeout. He was hit by a pitch and singled. First pitch inside, ball 1, 1-0. Oh. The umpire, he didn't move there for a minute. I thought he hit a button on him and just froze him.
Man. Didn't even flinch at that one.
What'd you say? Right. Like click, right? Hit a button. And he didn't move.
Everybody and everything stood still.
Right.
I was like,
The 2-0 on its way. I'll tell you what, this kid has a sweet stroke. As he that's a good-looking swing off the bat of Montiel.
for someone hitting 160 on the season,
Yeah, that's a
3
good
for
look.
3
I
on the
noticed
night.
that the last time he was up, I liked his swing.
Mhm.
It's smooth, and that's going to bring up Mikey Marrero now. Now, Marrero, the DH, has struck out looking both times. So, Coach Avon is this is not going to be Mikey Marrero.
Nope.
No,
Nope.
it's going to be Davin Pertucci. So Davin Pertucci is going to pinch hit. And Pertucci this year, if I can find him.
Let me look for him.
Yeah, I don't have it.
Pertucci hitting .333 on the season. He has 4 games played.
Okay, so a big moment here
for
the young man to step in. Being asked a lot by Coach Avon to come in here. But I guess Coach Avon, the 2 strike, as a coach, you want him to take the bat off your shoulders. And Marrero struck out looking both times. So maybe that's why he's not up there. Swung, and that's a strike. No. Oh, my. 1-0. He does not swing. Does not swing. 1-0. 2 down now, so you're going on anything. In fact, I think you're trying to figure out how to swipe this base. 1-0. It's definitely a steal situation, I would think. You got to start putting some pressure on here. You have to. You got your top of the lineup coming up, and maybe that's what Coach Avon's waiting on. But I'm trying to find a pitch where I'm going. 2-0. 2-1. Nice pitch by Decter. 2 balls, 1 strike. Liam Miller is way back there. Just saying. The 2-1 is 3-1. You cannot walk the number 9 guy who is a pinch hitter.
Never.
Yeah. Can't do it.
Especially not,
Cannot
number 9.
do it. You got
1 coming up. You don't want to give this Vanderbilt commit.
Caballero coming
right.
up.
Don't want to do it.
Nope. 3-1. Decter kicks and fires. Low, ball 4. Now we got 2 on with 2 out. And this is where it gets interesting.
Top of the lineup. Huh?
Oh, yes.
Jensen taking a second here to, maybe calm him down, have a little.
And here's what this is the plan here. So they go in, they talk, and then Coach Arnold gives them like 30 seconds, and now he's going to go out and have his conversation. I didn't hear any gloves popping back here.
Neither.
So I don't think anybody was warming up. But we might get a pitching change here.
Maybe Grant
Arnold? We're going to get a
I
call to the
think.
bullpen, and we are. And that's going to do it for Jesse Decter tonight with 2 on and 2 out here. And the new pitcher is going to be Grant Arnold for the Merritt Island Mustangs. Good call there, Nate. Decter gets hugs all around, as he should, and he will come off the mound. Decter 5 2/3 innings tonight, 7 hits, 1 run. It was earned, a walk, and 7 strikeouts for Decter tonight. 91 pitches,
91.
and 58 of them were strikes. Now let's tell you about the new arm for the Mustangs tonight. It is sophomore Grant Arnold. Arnold, a setup and close type of a guy. I've been watching this young man pitch since he was knee-high to a grasshopper. And he is this is his 10th appearance of the year for Arnold this year. He is 3-1 with a 1.08 ERA. In 13 innings pitched, he's allowed 6 hits, 2 earned runs. He's walked 4. He struck out 24, and teams are batting just 133 against him. He throws a curveball, a changeup, and a fastball. And he throws hard.
He does. I want to say the last time I saw him pitch in person was against Canterbury, and it was over spring break.
Yeah.
And for those of you that are familiar, or actually aren't familiar with the baseball rankings, Canterbury is a top 10 team in the country.
Yes, they are.
And Grant Arnold, he had a phenomenal game. The Mustangs ended up losing it in the end, but still, he had a great game against a great team. And so he is
very
more
good
than
hitting
capable.
team, too, yeah. Canterbury.
Yep.
Baseball power. 2-1 is our score. Your line score in this one to this, it is everything I expected it would be. If you came here tonight looking for runs, well, you should probably stayed home and played MLB 26 because it wasn't going to happen. 1 run, 7 hits, No errors for American Heritage. 2 runs, just 3 hits, and no errors for the Mustangs. Let's check in on the other out-of-town scoreboard as Melbourne tonight, currently against Lake Minneola. Melbourne is down 8-4 in that one. Lake Minneola with a 6-run first and 2 in the second. Melbourne puts 4 on the board in the second to cut the lead in half, but it's 8-4. And Cocoa Beach will check on the Minutemen. I think Cocoa Beach won. Brian Caballero steps in. The Minutemen are ahead 5-4 as they just scored 4 runs in the third.
Wow.
To take a 5-4 lead over Lakeland Christian. Go Cocoa Beach. Go Cocoa Beach. Here it's 2-1 as Grant Arnold faces Caballero, who has a double and a single and hit by a pitch in the game. First pitch, strike 1, and you love to see an umpire calling the chest-high strike in high school.
And if you're these scouts here tonight, some eyes might start looking here.
There's no question.
Grant
You
Arnold.
got a few of them looking here. Great block by Jensen. 1-1. Look at all those scouts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's at least 25 over there. 1-1. Arnold. Kicks. Curveball is low. 2-1. Last time I saw that many scouts at one field was for Dylan Jordan at Vieira.
Mm-hmm.
And Jordan now in the Angels organization. 2 balls and a strike here. Caballero, Arnold, 2 on, 2 out. Inside, 3-1. So 3 balls and a strike now. And Arnold, we've seen this a couple of times with Arnold. He starts, he's not a get ahead in the count kind of guy on some nights, and a team like American Heritage will make you pay for that. 3-1. And that ball is down the left field line. Cunningham says, I see it, and he hauls it, and that is a final out of the inning if you're a Mustang fan.
Coach Arnold wiping away some sweaty hands there.
Yeah,
can't blame him.
No doubt. They strand 2 as Arnold comes in and closes the door on the 2-out rally. We're going to the bottom of inning number 6. Rolling, rolling, rolling. That old Chuck wagon's rolling. 2-1, Merritt Island. All right, here we go. Talking to Nick Cunningham, and he was telling me here between innings he didn't see the ball at first, and then finally was able to find it somehow, and that's a good thing.
Thankfully.
That is a good thing. Listen, we're talking about. This has been a phenomenal baseball game. Whether you're an American Heritage fan or Merritt Island fan, if you like baseball, this is a terrific game. This is exactly what we thought it'd be. Coming over in the car, Caleb and I were talking, and we said it's going to be 2-1, and you can put the two teams in the bag and shake up who has the 2 and who has the 1. And Snow, I believe, is throwing harder on that first pitch to Ty Brandis than I have seen him throw all night long.
I think so.
That is incredible how fast that pitch was. That's a strike. Tomorrow, game 1 will be at 1 o'clock. Game 2 will be at 30-minute, or game 2 will be at 1 o'clock. Game 3, if necessary, will come 30 minutes after game 1. And there's a shot into the gap, but it'll drop, too. And I tell you what, they had it perfectly played on Brandis. The outfield was shifted. They had it perfectly played, but Brandis drops it in front of right fielder Giancarlo Gandarilla, and he leads off with a single. And, oh, boy, how big would one more insurance run be here?
You know, I was telling Caleb probably 2 innings ago in the break, like these Mustangs, they might, want some insurance here, and Ty Brandis pulls off something crafty and right.
And he's Brandis with a bunt off the plate, or Blaylock with a bunt off the plate. Brandis moving on the pitch there and looking for some sort of a bunt play. Didn't happen. Everybody was moving. And it's, long story short, it's 0-1. I want to thank everyone watching tonight. Back.
Senzio here at third base, he is waiting for that bunt. He is ready to eat it if it comes his way.
Snow. Brandis not backing off. But hop jumping over there. Brandis pushes one down the line there to the left does Blaylock. But now it's 2 strikes and Blaylock is forced to hit. Blaylock struck out looking, but he got a good swing on Snow back in the first inning.
Good rip.
What a job Jason Arnold has done here at this program in 2 years. 47 wins against just 11 losses with a team that is completely different than the one. I think you got maybe 1 or 2 guys that were here a couple of years ago, like Liam Miller back in time. Not many. And many of these young guys are going to be playing here for the next couple of years. You got a force to reckon with if you're in Brevard County. Now, so does a team like Vieira, who had 1 senior. So we got some good baseball coming. 0-2 Snow. Strike 3, no doubt. And Blaylock goes down looking for his second strikeout of the night. And Liam Miller steps in. And Miller tonight, just not his night. He has struck out twice. 1 swinging, 1's looking. Snow so far, 5 1/3, 4 hits, 2 runs. One of them earned. And 1 walk, and now 10 strikes. It gets away, and Brandis can run for days, and I mean days. And that's what we talked about. He's gonna hold up at third, and we go back to the first inning. That is precisely what we said.
Exactly.
And I get Snow wanting to hold him, but
that one moment,
you better make sure you get it over there. And in late innings of a game like this, you just might want to turn and check throw. Check throw over.
This is the man for the situation. Right now you're looking for a sac fly, really, or anything that brings Brandis home. And Liam Miller, he's the man to do it.
Yeah, clutch as they come. We talked about that, but I jinxed him when I said that last time. He struck out the pitch. Miller trying to bunt, and that was straight squeeze bunt right there. There's no safety on that. There was a squeeze play there. Yep. Brandis was running. Miller was bunting. And I tell you what, Coach Arnold wants that run any way you can get it, and I wouldn't be surprised to see it again. That's 1 strike. See if Brandis takes off here. He's got to be careful, though, because if Miller doesn't make contact, he's out. Brandis moving? No. Snow steps off here, takes a look over.
Snow on his 83rd pitch of the night.
Yeah, he's, this is his to finish. Here's the pitch. And Liam Miller loses the bat and everything. And it's 2 strikes. And yeah, so you may have heard Orville say to my left over here, just put it in play. All Liam needs to do is protect and put the ball in play to the right side. They're not getting Ty Brandis.
No.
The infield is in, obviously, to guard against the 3rd run. Brandis is fast. Here's the 0-2. And there it is, up the middle, and Liam Miller delivers a clutch RBI single, and the Mustangs lead it 3-1.
Liam Miller absolutely pumped up after that hit. Phenomenal hitting by Miller.
And he swung at the ball.
Right.
Swung at the ball. But you take it as Brandis wears the cone head again for the 2nd time tonight. Ty Brandis has now scored 2 of the 3 Merritt Island runs, and that'll bring up Grant Arnold. 3-1.
Ryan Gregoire takes first base as a pinch runner for Liam Miller.
What a big hit, 2-strike hit by Liam Miller. Arnold, Snow, upstairs, ball 1. Make sure you check out Brevard Sports Network. We will recap Merritt Island, Cocoa Beach, and Melbourne tonight. Get you I promise I won't put a 15-page storybook preview out about tomorrow's game. I'll give you the starting pitchers and a recap of this one, and we'll go from there. If you want to read about the rest of the teams, you can check out the Game 1 preview. 1-0. That's a strike at the knees, 1-1. Liam Miller comes through again. Clutch, clutch, clutch.
Mm-hmm.
There's a strike, 1-2. Now, we are not, I don't believe we're not, no player interview. We're not going to do any player interviews tonight because it's just game 1. 1-2, 1 out here. Fouled back and out of play as Arnold gets a piece. Brody Vogel on deck.
Snow coming up here on 90 pitches.
One and 2, Snow to Arnold. Here's the pitch. Inside, 2-2. You just, everything I wanted to see tonight, I've seen.
Arnold 1 for 2 on the night with a RBI in the first inning.
Here comes the 2-2 on its way to Grant. And that's a strike 3. No, he says no. Wow. You live to play another day, and now you got to take advantage. Arnold thought. He said no.
Home plate said yes. Third base said no.
Yeah, I mean, when you ask for the appeal and he give it and he says no, it's a no. It's a ball.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, he definitely. Yeah, I mean, but the fact that he called it, I mean,
right.
Look, he swung. I mean, that's the right call was ultimately made, but you can't be the guy in the field that says no. So Arnold strikes, and there's a shot, and that's going to get down. Nice piece of hitting by Vogel, who was not playing around on the first pitch from Snow. And now it's first and second with 2 outs, and the power bat of Ryder Whittick coming up. Ryder forearm Whittick coming up. And Snow. I mean, there's nobody throwing in the American Heritage bullpen. This is Snow's game.
Mm-hmm.
And those 27 guys standing over there are happy for it. 2 outs, 2 on. Pitch. Whittick. Strike one. Didn't matter if he swung because Snow threw that one like a BB down the middle. 0-1. If this is the final inning for Snow, he will leave here with quite another night. He won't get the win. The 0-1 is swung on and missed. 0-2.
Whittick was hoping to send that one back to the pond.
And if he had made contact on that, he'd hit that thing over the pond.
Mm-hmm.
0-2. The 0-2 on its way, and time is called by Whittick as he wants to collect himself. Snow tonight, pitch 94 coming. He has thrown 64 strikes in 93 pitches. Here it comes. The 0-2 is the 12th strikeout of the night for Snow. And that, if the Mustangs get 3 outs here, I'll give you the stats after the game because I'm not jinxing anybody. We'll be back with the top of the 7th. Grant Arnold to try to close it out here.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back. The game American Heritage wanted so badly is game 1, and then they could dictate the tempo and the pace after with the Florida commit. The Mustangs are indeed 3 outs away and up by 2. It won't be easy to get there as they're going to have to face 2, 3, and 4 in the order. Here in the top half of inning number 7, Alan Slaughterzinski, Nathan Oglesby, and 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4 coming up.
Right in the meat.
Right in it. And here we go. And this is going to be Mark Asensio. Asensio singled. I covered up what he did the last time by accident.
Singled, popped out, and line out.
There you go. Okay, first pitch from Arnold is low for a ball. Yeah, I mean, this is it. This is their best against the best closer Merritt Island has to offer here. And so we'll see. 1-0 is 1-1. Straight heat, gas, whatever you want to call it, down the middle. Asensio 1 for 3 tonight. It's Cunningham, Vogel, and Terry is now out in right field since Arnold came in. Liam Miller, Ty Brandis, Charlie Blaylock, Wesley Lawrence from third to first, Grant Arnold on the bump, and Brady Jensen behind the plate. The Mustangs have only .963 fielding percentage. They haven't like American Heritage, they have not committed a lot of errors this season. The 2-1 is 3-1. The last thing you want to do is put the leadoff guy on. As Coach Arnold gets off his bucket now and is now in front of the post there. Arnold 3-1, and you better believe Coach Bruce is telling his hitters, and that's ball 4, and that's a leadoff walk. And here comes the Duke commit. Gavin Rulicaba comes in. 0 for 3 tonight. Strikeout, ground out, and a fly out. Rulicaba. That run at first is not gonna beat you. It's just one at the plate you got to worry about. Pitch, low and inside, ball 1. And you got to think Coach Arnold's he's got to be sitting over there debating how long does he allow. I mean, if he gets behind or loses this hitter, does he go get him?
Right.
1-0. And right now he's not in the zone.
I want to say it's about 6 balls in a row.
Yeah, he's a little over himself right now in terms of where his release point is, and he's 2-0. And this is nerves. This is sophomore nerves, and I get it. 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 on. Mustangs up 3-1. The pitch popped up, and it is playable. Terry comes in. Does he have a track? Yes, he does. Terry hauls it in for out number 1. That is a big out because that thing was hit 6 miles in the air.
And now we're at the point where a double play can end it.
Yeah, Oral's right. That's a big league pop-up if I've ever seen one. Angelo Gerardo steps in. And Gerardo, you got to watch it because the last time he was up, he launched one to the base of the wall. So 1 out now. But we're getting a pinch hitter here. It's going to be Ingram stepping in. Actually, Ingram was up last time. My apologies, I forgot to scratch his name out. Ingram was up last time and flied out. In the dirt. No, that's wrong. That's not Ingram. That's Gerardo. Yeah, that's him. Okay, we're okay. He's 0 for 2. Yeah, we're right. I don't know what's going on with that thing. 2-0. And he was trying to hit that one in to the pond, and it's 2-1. And you got to think that Arnold's not. I mean, he's looking over, but I think you got a free base you can take here. 2-1, and that's 2-2. And Arnold, who has fallen behind every hitter he has faced since coming in, is now even with the big home run hitter, or looks like big home run hitter potential power. 2-2. Arnold peeks in, gets the sign from Jensen. I throw him a changeup. I throw him a changeup right here. If you got a changeup in your arsenal, I'd throw it right here. But the key to that pitch is arm speed. Arm speed.
Right.
Because he's sitting dead fastball right now.
Absolutely. Waiting to crush one.
No question he's sitting dead fastball. 2-2. Here's the pitch. And it's a fastball, and he was sitting on it, and he crushed it. And that is over the head of the center fielder and around second and on his way to third, but in with a potential. The tying run is now at second base, and he was sitting dead red, and he didn't miss it.
Nope. Saw the fastball and crushed it.
So now it's second and third, and they're going to put in Ty Brandis here. So we're going to step aside, and we'll be right back here on Brevard Sports Network. No, they're not putting in Ty Brandis. They're going to stay with Arnold here. And so here we go. Upstairs, ball one. So the count is 1-0. 2 runners on, 1 out in the inning. The tying run is at second. The go-ahead run at the plate for American Heritage. And they are trying to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat here tonight. Pitch in the dirt. Great stop by Jensen, but the count is now 2-0, and I would think that this would be his final hitter, regardless of what this outcome is. 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. Strike one. That was take all the way.
Good pitch.
Yeah. Gut check time. This is what this is. This is gut check time, and this is, am I better than you, or are you better than me? It's all of that. All of that. Arnold. Chopper to the second baseman, up and over to first. Got him. Great play, but it is 3-2 as a run scores, and now it comes down to Anthony Lyman. Lyman grounded out, struck out, and singled in between that. This is it. 2 outs here. Let me ask you a question. Do you even think about bunting here? Yeah, I think I would squeeze here too. I think I would absolutely squeeze here, and I think you got to be prepared for it.
Mm-hmm.
You got to push across this run. You got to squeeze this. Can't safety squeeze it. You got to, because he's got to get on.
Right. Kind of a go big or go home
yeah,
moment here.
I mean, I know it's crazy. Pitch. Strike one, chest high. No sign of a bunt. What a game we've got here for you tonight. 3-2, Merritt Island on top. Grant Arnold trying to close this thing out. The 0-1 on its way to Lyman. Curveball upstairs. That one didn't break, and it's 1-1. The umpires in the stands saying that was in the same spot, but no, it wasn't. It was a little higher. Now it's 1-1. American Heritage's dugout all on their feet. here. Lyman steps out. Jensen, Arnold. Is it 2 strikes? I was going to say, why does he have 2 strikes on the board? Yeah. It is 2 strikes? Well, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm like, wait, did I miss something? 1 ball, 1 strike for Arnold. 2 outs. The tap step comes to a set, kicks and delivers. Swung on and missed, and now it's 2 strikes. The Mustangs 1 strike away from taking a 1-0 lead in this best-of-3 series. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Arnold, Anthony Lyman. Arnold peeks in. No pass balls here, no wild pitches. The 1-2 on its way. And the Mustangs take game 1, 3-2, as Grant Arnold himself manages to come back and shut it down. And the Merritt Island Mustangs, win this thing 3-2. What a game.
Man, had all of our hearts beating there in the last half inning.
Oh, my goodness gracious, what a game.
The Mustangs stay perfect at home.
Yes, they do, and that's a beautiful thing. Perfect at home, and that sets up an opportunity for Merritt Island to finish the series off tomorrow in Game 2, as the 2 teams will shake hands, and they'll be back here tomorrow to do it all over again as they look to eliminate the defending 4A state champions. And this is I'm telling you what, this is a battle deserving, as Coach Avon and Coach Arnold greet each other out at the mound. And 2 of the best teams in the state. And as we get ready to go, all right, let's give you the breakdown on this one. American Heritage got a run in the first and a run in the 7th, and it was all zeros in between that. 2 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error for them. For Merritt Island, 3 runs, 6 hits, and no errors for the Mustangs tonight. When you look across this, this was a total team effort. Jesse Dechter, of course, pitched a heck of a game tonight for Merritt Island. He left ahead, right? So, yeah, Dechter 5 2/3, 7 innings pitched, 1 run. It was earned, a walk, 7 strikeouts. Grant Arnold, an inning and a third, 1 hit, 1 run. It was earned, a walk and a strikeout. Dechter, 91 pitches, 58 of them for strikes. Arnold, 26 pitches and 12 of them for strikes. The losing pitcher tonight will be Brady Snow. Snow tonight, 6 innings pitched, 6 hits, 3 runs, 1 earned, a walk, 12 strikeouts. Snow, 94 pitches thrown, 65 of them for strikes. We'll be back here tomorrow with Game 2. Nathan, your final thoughts?
Look, just like you and Caleb were saying before the game, this thing came down to, the standoff between Snow and Merritt Island hitting, and we saw, Merritt Island delivered, but we still have to acknowledge the fact of the phenomenal night that Snow had. And like you were going over there, he had over, 11 strikeouts, 12 strikeouts?
Yeah.
Right. He had a phenomenal night pitching. And so tomorrow it's going to play, a big role too. And, who are we going to see pitch now, and who are we going to see, almost step up to the plate on the mound for the Mustangs and American Heritage?
Coach. Well, we're going to bring just Coach in here tonight and talk to him. No players until after the series is over. Don't fall, Caleb. No players until after the series is over tonight. You're tied up with this.
I know.
Yep, ready, Coach? We're going to slap the headset on Coach here, and we're going to drop this baby down, and away we go. Coach Arnold. Coach, can you hear me okay?
Yep.
I got you, Coach. Coach, congratulations on the Game 1 win tonight. I got to ask, how did you get your guys ready? He got his strikeouts, Snow did. He's a great pitcher. But your guys were locked in on those at-bats. How'd you prepare them for this one tonight?
I mean, it's you don't practicing for a whole week before a game is kind of miserable, to be honest with you, this time of year.
Yeah.
But it definitely allowed us to. I mean, we did a lot of machine days this week, just cranking it. We kind of knew that the breaking ball, you don't want to say it's unhittable. Liam got the big hit on a hanger, but if he executes the breaking ball down in the zone, there's really not much you can do. So you got to be able to make sure you don't miss fastballs. And we had a couple good swings that got us in position there. And I mean, just a couple mistakes that they made that maybe we didn't make tonight. So that kind of ball game.
And I said that before the broadcast that last week, against O'Galley, O'Galley got a couple hits off him, made some base running errors, and it cost him. Coach, I want to talk about, Jesse Dector again and the job that he did tonight. He just seems to be he's like an artist up there painting and dropping. To talk about Jesse's performance and what his approach was to tonight.
And he's just been so special all year, honestly. He's, I think that puts him at 8-0 on the year.
Yeah.
And he's kind of went from your feeling like maybe he was your number 3 starter to start the year, and now we got him pitching on a Friday night in the regional semifinal against a guy that could be a first, second rounder. So
yeah.
He is truly a pitcher, man. His fastball runs, his slider cuts. I mean, he throws. He's just really special. And the best thing about him is what you've seen now already is he's just unflappable.
Yeah.
And he goes out there and he's just super calm all the time. And I asked him how he's doing. He said, "Yeah, good.
I'm good."
Yeah, it's just the same all the time.
And so, what a great game here tonight. and I know this is going to sound like a stupid question, but there are obviously 2 approaches, one when you win game 1, one when you lose game 1. So what's the approach going into game 2 tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna do everything we can to win the first one. I mean, I think that's all you can do here. They got some pitching depth, and they were able to save all their bullpen guys tonight. So even though they didn't get the win, their guy really put them in a good position for tomorrow still to have some arms. So we're definitely not there yet. That was huge, kind of going through Jesse and then Grant. And still getting the win. Had we lost at the end there, that would have really been pretty tough.
Do you expect to see the southpaw tomorrow?
Yeah, I think so. I think we'll get McGahee game 1.
Yeah.
He's been really good all year. He's more of a pitcher, I think, than an overpowerer, but he still throws it pretty dang good. He's a senior, a guy that's pitched a lot of big innings in his life. So, I mean, I definitely think we're going to have our hands full just like we did tonight. But this time of year, in our region, which I'll argue is the best region in the state at any class.
I will argue as well.
I mean, what do we expect, right?
Right. I mean, this was just a great baseball game. If you like baseball, you love this one tonight. Coach, congratulations. And 1 o'clock tomorrow, right?
We're at noon.
Noon
tomorrow. Yeah.
Noon tomorrow.
A couple boys got prom, so just in case.
Let's do it. I'd rather do it at noon. So we'll see you at noon tomorrow. Thank you so much, Coach.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, that's Coach Jason Arnold. And so that'll wrap it up. Nathan, what do you think, man? Final thoughts?
I'm ready for tomorrow.
Yeah, me too.
I'm ready for it. Game 2.
Noon tomorrow, right here on Brevard Sports Network. We will be here on air at about 11:50 tomorrow. Don't know if we'll be right in our exact spot. We got to find somewhere with a tent tomorrow, that's for sure. So we'll hook it up regardless. Join us back here tomorrow. And your final score tonight, the Merritt Island Mustangs 3, American Heritage 2. Real quick before I go, I am going to take a look at the other games, and let's see what Cocoa Beach ended up doing. Did they win tonight? They were winning the last time I looked. Cocoa Beach is ahead 6-4 in the top of the 6th inning, so that's good news. And Melbourne So Lake Mineola is up on Melbourne 9-4. So it looks like Brevard County could potentially go 2-1 tonight. And that's a good night for Brevard County.
Absolutely.
For Caleb Brown, Nathan Oglesby, I'm Alan Slaughterzinski. This has been a presentation of the Brevard Sports Network. We'll see you tomorrow at noon as Merritt Island looks to sweep